for the repeal and replacement of the NGO Act number 16 of 2009. Members of the Technical Working Group present, Chairperson of the Council of NGOs, Heads of Government Departments present, Heads and representatives of NGOs present, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I am delighted to be invited to officially open this validation meeting of the draft NGO Bill 2019. I am informed that adequate consultations were done with relevant stakeholders in all the 10 provinces to ensure ownership of the process and participation by key stakeholders. Ladies and gentlemen, let me state that government remains committed to the process of repeal and replacement of the NGO Act number 16 of 2009 for purposes of creating an enabling environment in which NGOs can effectively contribute to the national development agenda. It is important to note that in 2012, government began the implementation of the NGO Act number 16 of 2009. Some stakeholders were, however, of the view that the Act had the potential to hamper effective operations of NGOs and their contribution to national development. To this effect, the stakeholders sought redress from the courts of law on the matter. Progressively, government and the affected NGOs agreed to settle the matter outside the court, which led to the development of the roadmap for the review of the NGO Act number 16 of 2009. One of the key aspects of the roadmap was the undertaking of the compatibility study of the NGO Act in relation to other existing pieces of legislation, including the National Constitution. As you are aware, the compatibility study was undertaken in 2015 and which recommended the following, among others. One, the need to develop and put in place the national policy on non-governmental organizations in Zambia, since the NGO Act was enacted without the policy framework. And two, repeal and replace the NGO Act number 16 of 2009. Ladies and gentlemen, in line with the above recommendations, the government, through the Ministry of Community Development and Social Services, in collaboration with all relevant stakeholders, developed the national policy on NGOs, which was launched in 2018. The dissemination of the policy is ongoing, and a number of stakeholders have already received some copies. In order to facilitate the process of repealing and replacing the NGO Act, therefore, the Ministry of Community Development and Social Services appointed a 20-member technical working group comprising both government and NGOs as follows. 1, Action Aid Zambia. 2, Council of NGOs. 3, the Civil Society for Poverty Reduction. 4, Women in Law and Development in Africa. 5, Non-Governmental Gender Organizations Coordinating Council, NGOCC. 6, Zambia Council for Social Development. 7, Transparency International Zambia. 8, Paradigm Zambia. 9, Plan Zambia. 10, Law Association of Zambia. 11, Law Development Commission. 12, Registrar of Societies. 13, Patents and Companies Registration Agency, PACRA. 14, Policy Analysis Coordination, PAC Division at Cabinet Office. And then the Ministry of Justice, and lastly, Ministry of Community Development and Social Services, who served as the Secretariat. This technical working group worked tirelessly to develop the draft NGO Bill 2019, which will be validated in this meeting. Consultations were done in all the 10 provinces, and it is my hope that the necessary input was incorporated into the draft bill by the drafters. I therefore urge all of you to pay attention to the presentations and contribute progressively so that we can have the law that will support the growth of the NGO sector in our country. Let me reiterate that the Patriotic Front government, under the able leadership of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Edgar Chagwa, recognizes the important role that non-governmental organizations play in the development agenda of our country. It is in recognition of this important role that government has committed itself to the process of repeal and replacement of the NGO Act of 2009. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, allow me now to thank all the cooperating partners that have supported and continue to support the entire process of the repeal and replacement of the NGO Act number 16 of 2009. I'll be failing in my duties if I do not recognize the contributions made by the German International Development Corporation, GIZ, through the Civil Society Participation Program, the European Union, Swedish International Development Agency, SIDA, and Action Aid Zambia, WILDAF, Zambia Council for Social Development, among others. I'd also like to commend the members of the Technical Working Group for their tireless efforts and commitment to the cause. This is as it should be. Once more, I urge all participants to take this process very seriously and participate fully. This is your opportunity to contribute to the process of creating an enabling environment for the NGO operation in Zambia. With these remarks, I now officially declare this meeting open, and I say God bless you all.